Hi there. I am going to be doing a tour of my garden. We were gone for 3 days, so 2 nights and 3 days. We went to a Luke Bryan concert. Our friend, Scotty Wilbanks, he's actually the keyboard player for Luke Bryan, and so he always gives us free tickets, which is really nice. But this time we kind of were like, well, let's take a little trip and go to Noblesville, Indiana. So we were actually in Noblesville, Indiana. We were staying at the Embassy Suites right there next to the venue. It was called like the Ruoff venue. We've been there a couple times, but anyway, so we were there for a few days. We hung out with our friend who plays keyboard for him, and he's actually the same guy that recorded my country album that I just put out this year. So if you want to check that out, you can. I have like country songs that I wrote, and they're all out on Spotify and iTunes and all that. But anyway, I say all that because, like I said, we've been gone for 3 days and 2 nights, and I was like, I haven't walked through the garden yet. We got back last night. We were kind of whooped from driving because we drove down there, and we were hungry, so it looks like the deer ate more of my juniper. We're gonna check it out. Anyway, I haven't walked around my garden at all yesterday or today, and it's I don't know, like 2:30 or something. We had to make a cut flower delivery to somebody, and I just got back from that, and I was like, finally get to walk through my garden, see what happened over the last 3 days, because as you know, it can change quite a bit. So I thought I would take you guys along with me. But first, I got to show you this really cute t-shirt that I got in the mail from my dad. It says, I'll be in here. Let's go in the shade so you can, oh, there. I'll be in my office. Isn't that cute? Isn't that cute? It's so cute. Okay, so let's see what's going on in the garden. I'm assuming my annuals probably need some water, but let's take a look. Right up here, it's looking really pretty. Boy, these are one of my favorite things that happened to me this year, are these sun patiens. They're just doing so good. And I noticed, so I tested this out this year. I cut back as soon as these salvia popped up. I kind of did the kind of Chelsea chop on them, I guess. And I only did these ones right here, and I left these two. I kind of wanted to see what I would like better, and you can kind of see these ones are a little bit more spindly. They're still pretty, but they're not as full, I guess, the foliage. So this one's a little bit better, but then look at the difference on that. Once you get in there, it's much more full with the foliage. There's a lot more blooms in there, so I'm going to be doing that again. I think I chopped them, well, when they got probably about right here, I just went and kind of chopped them, rounded them all off. Up here is looking really pretty with all the sun patiens and the boxwoods. These ones got huge. You can't even see my little bird statue in there anymore. But I love the sun patiens. I'm gonna have to repeat this every year. These are my little lime hydrangeas, and they were just like a stark white. They're starting to turn the pink color that they do. These are probably my favorite, well, one of my favorite panicles. As I start to try new ones, I start to like other ones as well. Like the Quick Fire Fab is really beautiful, but these are just a really great, well-performing hydrangea. They give you great cut flowers. Look at my boy Max is watching. Hi, buddy. Yeah. The front porch is looking great. I probably got to give these some water. Yeah, we'll have to give that water. Okay, that one definitely needs water. But other than that, looking great. I'll have to give my geranium some water. Yeah. We are getting a little bit cooler temps, so this is starting to happen. Like last night, I think it was 50 degrees, you guys. It's just crazy. So have to keep an eye on that, but we just peel them off. These grasses are getting so big. Okay, I'll try to keep it moving because these tours always get so long. The roses are blooming again, and I keep forgetting I've got these plants I got from my work. These will probably need water too, yeah. And it's here, Lemon Perfection Nepeta catmint. So I've got 4 of them, and I'm gonna plant those somewhere. Hydrangea's looking good. I need to come in and cut back the hosta that are done blooming in there. And then the suckers on that tree, which is a regular occurrence. There's weeds in here I gotta get. But other than that, it's looking good, I would say. Gotta cut, oh yeah, these hosta need cut. These need cut. We'll have to come in and do all the things that we see here that need work. I don't know if I'm going to cut the Astobi blooms. I kind of like those. They add a little bit of texture. This section's looking great. We just got some of the dead, broken branches I need to probably come in and cut. Here, let's go this way. I never know which way to go. This is looking nice. These impatiens got so big this year. They loved, I think, all the heat and humidity. And you can't even hardly see my little, that's a weed. This is really hard for me to walk through here. I'll have to get that weed and not do stuff. Like not pull the weeds. I tend to like not walk past a weed without pulling it. But anyway, what's it called? Wild berry. Those are in a pot. There's a couple that are struggling. Those 2 are doing great. That one is not bouncing back. I didn't notice it, but it had giant Annabelle hydrangea blooms like laying on top of it, and it just did that. So it's not dead or anything. I could probably water it. It's a little moist in there, so it's probably fine, but it was covered up by the hydrangea. And then this one, that just needs some water, so I'll have to water that. This one also needs water, but I noticed that the chipmunks have been digging in that one, so that's probably not good. But okay, let's go around here. We're gonna probably have to close our pool soon. It's really sad. This is looking great. Some of my geranium needs deadheaded, so I'll have to do all that. See, it's hard for me to walk past all this. But not so bad for being gone for 3 days. Look at that. That is a free penstemon right there. And that could be a free Ordinia, maybe. I'm not sure, or a weed. But look at that, free plant. My little trio is doing great here. I've been letting some Hakonokoa grass grow in here. I'm going to dig it up and move it eventually to somewhere else. This little planter is looking cute with my owl that my dad gave me. There's a weed in there. It's so hard for me not to pull the weeds. Oh, look, see? Look at all these weeds. I'm going to have to get out here. All right, this is looking really pretty. I wish there was some blue in here with that red and white. It'd be really pretty to have some, like, I could have done like a strip of salvia behind that or something. But yeah, the impatiens did really good this year. Oh, look at that. That house is blooming. Captain Kirk. Oh, do you guys remember when I had 3 little tiny baby Brenneras and I transplanted them here? They were like smaller than that. And now they're getting bigger. Look at this one. This one is the biggest one. So I've got some hosta I need to plant. Oh, there's some weeds back there I gotta pull. And then I got these to plant. These probably need water too. These were 50% off at the Meijer. I'm gonna plant, probably, we'll see, this is my plan, is to add, it was one of your guys' idea to add some evergreen over in there. So I was thinking about planting like at least maybe one. These areas right here, I don't know, a little bit too crowded, so I don't think I want to put one in there. But I was thinking like just maybe one there, one there, one there, one there, because I don't think those 2 hydrangeas are going to get much bigger than that. They've been in here for years and they just don't get as big as the ones that are down this hill. So anyway, I was maybe going to start adding some evergreen interest to that. Oh, let's see. My zinnias are just going for it. I'm going to probably make some bouquets, and thought about taking them to church in the morning or maybe putting them out by the road. They are so pretty. I just love these, and Nate loves them too. These are the whirligig mix. I think I've told you guys that a million times. Hi, bud. And then, oh, look at this. Quick fire. This is a little quick fire. And I got that, like, it looked like complete death one day at the store. And I thought, well, for, I don't know, it was like $5 or something. For $5, I could bring it home and try to work with it. It's doing great. But, oh, I need to weed in here for sure. I kind of want to thin out this red hot poker as well eventually, but that'll be a project. That anemone has been blooming all summer since I planted it. Same with this Heliopsis Tuscan Gold. And then we'll just go down here. My hydrangeas are looking really good. We haven't had rain in a while, so you can see they're starting to get a little bit wilty, but they should be fine once the sprinklers go on tonight. They were like a really stark white, but now they're starting just like the little limes to turn their pinky color. But we'll just walk down here and look at them. Yep, these are the limelight hydrangeas. I'll probably trim this up so Nate can get in here and mow. This down here is looking all right. I didn't think it would, I wish it would bloom more. I wish it would have more blooms, but it just doesn't get as much sun as it needs. These trees right here, this is the reason I don't have this as my vegetable garden anymore. They just keep getting bigger and bigger and bringing more shade, which is great, but it's not too great for a vegetable or flower garden. The flowers seem to do better than the vegetables, but I don't know, like these are just starting to bloom here. This celosia, or is it amaranth? Is it amaranth or celosia? I can't tell the difference sometimes. My dahlias, I mean, they're doing all right. I wish they had more blooms. I need to come in here and cut them. But zinnias, they always do great. The asters are just starting to put on blooms, or buds, I guess. This Domprina is really pretty, but again, look, it's just like stretching for the sun. So I'm gonna have to figure something out for this area. Maybe I can try to find some cut flowers that don't need as much sunshine, I guess. I don't really know. But it's still fun. It's fun to test things out. Love these straw flowers. I already dried a bunch of them inside. Okay, so let's go on the outside of the yard. I think Nate's gonna mow the lawn tomorrow. These coneflowers are doing good in here. Oops. So that's good. And then those hosta, the bunny didn't eat those hosta. That's nice. This little area is looking much cleaner and tidier since I fixed it up. And it smells like pine. I love it. Begonias are actually looking good. They're probably loving the more cooler temps that we've had. Hosta are doing good. Those are all the ones I transplanted. I love this little bunny grass. It's so cute. Such a nice little compact grass. That somebody gave that to me a long time ago, and I just found it the other day in my shed. It was hiding behind something, so I brought it out here. These are my Bobo hydrangeas, and they're looking really good. I don't think I did like a good enough trim on these this year. I don't even know if I did trim them at all. So some of them are kind of flopping over, and this is the reason right here that I trim stuff the way I do. So this Bobo is huge, this bloom, and it's beautiful, but like, see, they're all these big ones are flopping over. And so I tend to not necessarily love that look. I would rather have a lot more smaller blooms like this that stay up high and they don't flop, over the ones that are larger and flop. So that's why I've showed you guys how I prune the way I do, and I didn't really do the greatest job on these this year. Boy, this area is looking so much better now that I cleaned it up, and I swear those junipers have grown even more. Okay, the mailbox bed is just the best it's ever looked. I am so happy with this combination. Just like a straight red, a straight blue, and a straight white. It's my favorite combination I've ever done. And I love the red in the front. You can see the white peeking around. It's just really, really awesome. The salvia comes back for me every year. This looks great up here as well. You guys are going to see how amazing these sun patiens are. So I don't know if you can tell, but they are starting to wilt a little bit with all the sun. We haven't had much rain, and then we were gone for 3 days, so Nate never ran the sprinklers. We just have grass sprinklers, and then they kind of like onto our beds. And I have had to come out here, I think maybe 5 or 6 times and actually hand water just these ones in the front because they get the most sun this year, but that's it. Normally they do fine. They sometimes will look like complete death, like they are never going to come back from it, and it's crazy how well they pop back. So we'll have Nate throw the sprinklers on tonight. These are a couple more Bobo hydrangeas. They don't see as much sun, so they are like a little bit behind with the coloring, but I really, really love these ones in the shade. I should trim these branches, shouldn't I? That'll be something else we do. These butterfly bushes are doing really great. These are the Lo and Behold little blue chips. I actually have 3 of them in here. There's one there. And then there's a little tiny one that I had to move this year. So this will take a little while to grow on. It was underneath that hosta. so I had to move it. Okay, I'm loving how all these zinnias turned out, you guys. So this year I had the bunny come in and eat. I probably planted double this many zinnias, and the bunny came in and ate them, and he ate these ones too, but some of them didn't look as terrible as the other ones, and so I left them, and they look amazing. This is one of my favorite things this year. There's bees and butterflies all over them. I see 3 monarchs right now, tons of bumblebees. They're just so amazing. This is the Queenie mix. They're so pretty. Yeah, I know. Are you having a good day? They're so pretty, and I can't believe they survived. So definitely be doing this again this year. But you can see where I had to pull out some of them. So all this was thick with them. I had to pull them out. They were completely dead. But I'm happy for the ones that did survive. This is a lemony lace elderberry. It's doing really great. This is my 3rd one I've had. I killed the other 2. These are Midnight Masquerade Penstemon in here. Oh, look, a couple of rocks. I could put those somewhere. And then this is just a bunch of, colorful perennials in here. The Carex is doing great that I planted the other day. We'll see how that does in the full sun out here. I tried to plant it kind of underneath this glow blue spruce just so that as this thing gets bigger, it will provide those a little bit more shade if they need it. This is cute. I don't remember what variety that is. Enough it all. These are doing great. So I haven't watered these in, a few days since I planted, and they're doing fine. But, oh my goodness, look at the blue with the purple. That's pretty. And the orange. So many different colors out here. My goal is to make this all perennials color, besides the zinnias in the back, which you can't really see from this area. It's more like when you're driving up and for my neighbors to see. But yeah, anyway, we've got a little heuchera garden going on here with some sedum in the middle. I'm so glad that these didn't get eaten by the bunnies this year. I've waited literally 3 years for these to bloom. That one got eaten, so we would have another beautiful one right there to even it out, but it's all right. I'm not going to complain. It's so pretty. Can you hear all the bees? Oh my gosh, look at this. This is one of my other favorite panicles. This is called a Quickfire Fab. Oh, and this is the perfect stage to cut these if you want dry hydrangeas. So I should come out here and cut a bouquet of these while they're like that. You want to wait till they're all opened up like this, preferably before they get brown, but it's fine. It kind of adds to the natural, real look, I guess. So you want to wait till this is the perfect stage. They're a little bit harder than they normally would, so they're already starting to dry up on the vine there, or the whatever branch. Like that one I would probably just leave, that's getting too brown. But yeah, these zinnia are so pretty. Look at that bee. Hi, buddy. Hi. Okay. Well, my hibiscus is doing fine. It looks like it wants to throw out new shoots. So that's great. It's still living. It'll be much better next year. So yeah, this is just all a bunch of perennial color. My grasses look really pretty this year. They're starting to get bigger. This is the Shenandoah grass. Oh, look at that. So I cut this. This is the Hamelo lamb's ear. And I cut this, all the blooms off of them. Right here, you can see the old stalks. And they're starting to throw out new buds. So that's kind of cool. This is a really beautiful one too. This is the Firelight Tidbit. Let me make sure. Yeah, Firelight Tidbit. Look at the color on that. Oh my word. So pretty. It's a really, really great plant for like the front of a border. It's not going to get much bigger than this. I think they only get like 2 to 3 feet tall and wide. So it's pretty much almost to its full size. Really, really beautiful plant. This is looking great as well. That's another Quickfire Fab. And my Astilbe is actually doing really good out here. I should put some water on that since we've been gone and it hasn't got the sprinklers. Right now we're going into my more shady area. This is called the Gully. And let's see here. Coneflower are still looking pretty. I want to move these out of the way. But hibiscus is still blooming. I got some cleome in here that I transplanted that I need, and some weeds. Wow, gee whiz. So that's going to be blooming here. I got to clean that out. Oh, I've been waiting for these peppers to change color before I pick them. So I could pick those. These are the Holy Grail hibiscus. Let's see here. Oh my goodness, my Jackmania finally opened up. Can you see? Wow, that's good. Let's see. This is one of the only zinnia down here that survived the bunny attack. So that's good. My Living River is doing nice. Oh, let's show you this. See, the hydrangea I probably cut back, so they all kind of dried up, and which I figured they would do. I'm probably gonna have to actually get out here and water these again, because I haven't watered them since the day I transplanted them. They should be just fine. I'll just come in and cut all this off, and it will be just fine for next year. But it was really fun while it lasted. I could even actually wait until, see this is all still living. But it just can't support the blooms anymore. This is the one I transplanted. What I could actually do is wait till the winter time and spray paint some of them and use them in like an arrangement, a Christmas arrangement or something. Maybe I'll wait for that. These Fire Islands are starting to bloom. These are really late bloomer. These are funny. They're one of the first hosta to emerge from the ground, and they have the most beautiful chartreuse leaves, and they're one of the last hosta to bloom. We'll go this way. I probably need to come in and cut some of the coneflower off. I feel like every time I come out here to do that though, the birds are out there eating it. Look at this. It finally bloomed. These haven't bloomed in a while. But yeah, if you look in here, you can see all the hosta that I need to cut back. Somebody's in there. Is it a bunny? Bunny? Are you in there, bunny? Is there a bunny or a chipmunk? Everything looks pretty good. I just see some weeds, a lot of weeds, and then things I need to come out and give some water to, like the potted stuff. A lot of our grass sprinklers hit the potted plants too. So I usually don't have to water those either. But when we are gone and we don't have the sprinklers come on, I do need to supplemental water them. Brunner are doing great this year. This is the Queen of Hearts. And then this is a Jack of Diamonds Brunner. Yeah, lots of weeds in here too. Boy, I sure love that Chartreuse Bleeding Heart. This area, I'm still thinking about what I want to do. I want to kind of give it some purpose. It needs some sort of focal point right there. I'm thinking a Japanese maple, if I can find one here soon. I was working in this section the other day. I had transplanted some Carex, so this section isn't looking too bad, but how's that Carex doing? Oh, it looks fine. It's hanging in there. That had fallen down. We had a huge windstorm come through and it knocked that down, and it was like laying on my hosta, so that's what happened to that. I'm loving so much that color of the Ajuga that I added in there. I think it's so pretty, and I'm going to get more of it and add it in like little pockets here and there. Maybe even in these spots where I can't grow grass very good. We'll see. Do you guys remember this? This is a Volunteer baby. It was about that big when I planted it. Maybe like a month ago. Not even. And it was literally like that big, if that big. And now look at it. So if you see little Volunteer babies like this, see that? It's a Volunteer. If I were to dig that up and purposely put it somewhere, it would grow and be really great. So if you see stuff like that in your garden, pay attention, because you might think it's a weed, but in fact maybe it's a free plant. This little area is looking so cute. I love it. All these Brunnera in here were babies. I should maybe come in here and... Oh, that's fine. Yeah. They're doing great. Lots of weeds I'll have to pull. Oh, those two need water for sure. Look at that giant weed. These right here, these Wrinkle in Time hosta, these are one of the first hosta to start dying out at the end of the season. So once they put their bloom up, they start dying back. Let's see, what else can we show you? The wood pile bed's looking really pretty, filling in quite nice. Just need to get lots of weeds picked up out here. And poison ivy. I got poison ivy growing in my path. That one has been haunting me. This little area is looking all right. I never really work out here very much, but I want to start doing some purposeful things out here. I think I'm going to transplant, as much as I love this Brunnera right here, I think I'm going to transplant that up to the other spot that I have Brunnera because it's doing much better, and I feel like this is getting eaten by something back here. So I've got 3 plants. I want to transplant that, maybe put something else in here. So we're gonna gradually start working on this area together. This, the animals knock it over and then they store their nuts in here. They're hilarious. So I'm gonna have to pick that up. But yeah, I'm gonna come in here and just start cleaning all these weeds and start to make some paths, and we'll work on it. This little section's doing great. Yeah, nobody's eating my coneflower, so that's good. And then over here, some of that hosta's blooming again. The impatiens are doing really good. Gotta cut back the stems on that hosta. This rose is blooming again. This is an Easy Elegans rose. Penstemon. So this is one of the reasons I think that I get volunteer penstemon a lot, is because I a lot of times will leave these spent blooms, and then I think it might go to seed and then give me baby plants. So a lot of times if I'm like looking around in here, I'll see a little baby plant. See if I can find one. Probably won't find one now since I'm looking for it. But I found Pulmonaria, Brunnera, Penstemon. Oh, there's a Pulmonaria right there. I did just come through and clean it up the other day because I gave some to my friend Tate. So I don't see any. But anyway, that's the kind of thing when you're out weeding or just, doing general garden things. I tend to look for stuff like that and see if I can find little baby seedlings that just volunteered to grow, and then I place them in their own little spot. Probably get out here and kind of round up these boxwoods now too, now that they've had time to put on some growth in their new spots. Clean up the weeds. There's quite a lot to do out here, huh? I usually try to come out almost every day and do something, even if it's just over my lunch break or for, midday, afternoon, morning, whatever. Just try to do something, even if it's like 10 minutes. Well, that was a lot of fun. Thank you guys so much for just walking around, chatting with me, spending time with me, figuring out what we need to do since we've been gone for a few days. And it's not too bad. Nothing is like absolutely dead. We just got some weeds that popped up, some things that need trimmed back, and maybe some things that need watered, like the pots that need watered. And some of that honestly will be watered just fine, and we'll have enough water with our sprinklers that do our grass. So as soon as Nate turns those on tonight, I think they'll be fine. But of course, I'll bring you guys along with me when I do some weeding and trimming and transplanting and all those fun gardening things. So anyway, special thanks to my dad who got me this shirt. I love you, Dad. Thank you so much. It's so comfy and I love the color. I don't have anything this color, and it just makes me smile. So I didn't even look at the pictures. Oh, look at all the pictures. All the gardening things. All right, well, I hope to see you guys next time. Bye. Hi, buddy. What are you doing? What are you doing, little boy? Huh? What are you doing, little boy? You watching football? You're my little buddy. Thanks for watching. Bye.